All right, Coach. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Tennessee Titans.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Four yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here we go. Set. 60 out front. Watch QB drop. Showing up. Showing up. Switch, switch, switch. Ready, go.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch, switch, switch. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, Topper, Topper. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 50, clear. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Alert flare, flare, flare. Alpha. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On second down now, Benjamin, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 13-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Penny. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Joe team Phil. Go. Box track.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 33. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 32-yard line. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start you have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
Offensively lucky to have that one back. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At their 49-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Come on, set. David. Hey, keep it up. Go. Hey, check
On second down, Benjamin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie, 27. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 80 weapons, 80 weapons.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Kill.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Okay, ready? My 7, let's go. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Watch the curls. Mike 41, we got a wedge now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th.
Exit. Leo. Check 49. Let's go.
Back to throw here. It to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Rashad Penny, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mark.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
Watch out. Slam. Check. 6'3", 218. Chopper. Set, go.
Shedding through the defense. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check Mike 47. I'm scared. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47. Bravo. 47.
2nd and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's complete to Hopkins. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game.
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Taken in at the 11. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. From the 22, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Titans take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going for it all. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10 at the 40. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. General, flash.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
47 is the mic. Watch safety crease.
Looking to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
He can't hang off. He's not going to get me. 4-7's the mic. 4-7.
They'll try and throw for it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 outs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Again, it's Robinson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Here's Jackson to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Benjamin's got it. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On second down now, Benjamin. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Scene 6. Yep. I'm going to wedge that. You going to see me in your nightmares, son. You going to see me in your nightmares. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second down, it's Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
On the ready. High 7, let's go. I'm coming up to you. Hey, check, Mike, 47.
Now back to throw. Got a man on the right right-hand sideline. It's Manning. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Hey, go.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Under 10. Under 10. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Hayward. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 54 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Benjamin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
On the set. 47 is the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh, bravo. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Echo. 47's the mic. 47.
Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Ready. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run. Robinson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's go. Go to base. 52. Cut. That's it.
Here's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. Give him 32 on the play. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
The NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now he stops it with a spike at 8 seconds. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down.